Gentlemen, let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever noticed that your body doesn't respond the way it used to? Not just in the bedroom, but in your energy, your drive, your confidence. You wake up tired, you lose stamina faster than before, and quietly you start asking yourself, is this just aging? Now here's what's caught a lot of attention lately. There's a claim going around that two very ordinary foods, garlic and egg yolk, when combined in a specific way, can support blood flow and male stamina for hours. It sounds almost too simple. But what if the problem was never motivation? What if it was circulation, energy, and chemistry inside your body? Stay with me, because understanding this might change the way you think about male performance entirely. Most men think stamina is about willpower. They think if they want it badly enough, their body should follow. But the truth is, stamina is not controlled by desire alone. It's controlled by systems inside your body working together, or slowly breaking down. Sustained male performance depends on blood flow that can be maintained, not just triggered. It depends on cells that can produce energy without crashing. It depends on a nervous system that stays responsive. And it depends on hormones being in balance, not constantly suppressed by stress. When one of these systems weakens, performance suffers. Some men can respond at first, but can't sustain it. Others feel drained before anything even begins. And many men blame age, when the real issue is physiology. That's why quick fixes fail. They stimulate one pathway, but ignore the rest. And this is where nutrition, not as a trick, but as support, starts to matter. Garlic has been used for strength and vitality for centuries, long before modern medicine tried to isolate single chemicals. When garlic is crushed, it activates natural sulfur compounds that play an important role in circulation. These compounds support the health of your blood vessels, the pathways that deliver oxygen, nutrients, and energy throughout your body. Healthy blood vessels are flexible. They expand when needed. They respond quickly instead of struggling under pressure. As men age, these vessels often become stiff and less responsive. Blood flow becomes weaker, slower, and harder to maintain. And when circulation declines, stamina declines with it. Garlic doesn't force your body to react. It supports the conditions that allow blood flow to work the way it's supposed to. That's why many men notice a warming sensation, improved endurance, and a more consistent sense of readiness. Not a sudden rush, but a steadier foundation. Now, let's talk about the egg yolk, because this is the part most people misunderstand. Egg yolk isn't just fat. It's one of the most nutrient-dense packages you can put into your body. Your body needs raw materials to produce hormones, maintain nerve signaling, and create steady energy. And the yolk provides many of those building blocks in one place. First, it contains fats and cholesterol. And yes, cholesterol matters, because testosterone and other key hormones are built from cholesterol. If your diet has been low fat for years, or your nutrition has been inconsistent, your hormone foundation may be weaker than you think. Second, egg yolk contains choline, a nutrient tied to acetylcholine, which supports nerve communication. And nerve communication is a big part of male responsiveness. If the signal is weak, the response is weak. Third, egg yolk contains B vitamins and other nutrients involved in energy metabolism, the process of turning food into usable fuel. When your cells can't produce energy efficiently, stamina drops fast. So the yolk doesn't act like a stimulant. It acts like fuel and wiring. It supports the systems that make sustained performance possible. Here's where the combination starts to make sense. Garlic supports circulation, how blood moves. Egg yolk supports energy, hormones, and nerve signaling, how your body uses what it delivers. One improves delivery, The other improves utilization. On their own, each ingredient offers partial support, but together they address multiple limiting factors at the same time. This is why some men don't describe the effect as a sudden surge. Instead, they describe a calmer, more stable sense of readiness. Less pressure, less forcing, more reliability. Rather than pushing the body to react, the combination helps remove the brakes that have been quietly holding performance back. And when those brakes ease, stamina feels natural again, not manufactured. This combination isn't meant to work instantly. It needs time. When you consume it earlier, your body has time to digest, absorb, and distribute the nutrients properly. The fats from the egg yolk break down slowly, providing steady fuel instead of a spike. The compounds from garlic continue supporting circulation over time, rather than fading quickly. That's why the effect feels different from caffeine or sugar. There's no sharp rise and no crash. Instead, many men describe a plateau, a sustained window where energy feels available, blood flow feels easier, and responsiveness feels more consistent. It's not about being switched on. It's about being ready, without forcing your body into stress. Now let's keep this real. This is not a prescription drug. It's not guaranteed, and it won't override serious medical problems. But for many men, the decline in stamina isn't caused by one single issue. It's caused by low-grade inflammation, stress, poor sleep, inconsistent nutrition, and reduced circulation over time. So if your baseline has been slipping, this combination may help you notice a shift. Some men report improved general energy, better circulation, like warmer hands and feet, more consistent morning responsiveness, and a stronger sense of confidence because their body feels more dependable. The key point is this: when you support circulation, energy production, and nervous system signaling at the same time, the body often responds more smoothly. Not with hype, with stability. Now, this is the part most viral videos rush through, but it matters. First, raw or semi-raw eggs carry a real food safety risk if handled poorly or sourced from unreliable places. If you're older, immunocompromised, or have health conditions that increase infection risk, you should not gamble with that. Second, raw garlic can be harsh. If your stomach is sensitive, it may cause burning, nausea, or digestive upset. This is why some men do better starting smaller instead of going all in. Third, garlic can affect blood clotting. If you take blood thinners or you're preparing for surgery, this matters. And if you take prescription medications in general, you should always be cautious with concentrated garlic intake. Supporting your body should never create a new problem. The goal here is not to prove toughness. The goal is to improve function safely, consistently, and intelligently. Here's the truth. No food combination replaces sleep. No recipe can outwork chronic stress. And no natural hack can fully compensate for poor circulation caused by inactivity. If this garlic and egg yolk idea helps at all, it's usually because it supports the foundation. And your foundation is what determines your baseline performance. The strongest results happen when this is paired with real habits. Better sleep because hormones are built at night. Daily movement because blood vessels stay responsive when they're used. Strength training because muscle improves metabolism and supports hormonal signaling. And stress control because high cortisol quietly shuts down desire and responsiveness. So think of this combination as support, not as the entire solution. It can be a tool, but the system is what changes your life. So here's what I want you to take from this. The garlic and egg yolk idea isn't magic, but it represents something important. Most men don't lose stamina overnight. They lose it slowly when circulation, energy production, and hormonal balance drift out of alignment. When you support those systems, your body often starts to feel dependable again. Not rushed, not forced, just steady. And that's the real goal. Not a dramatic moment, but reliable confidence. Now, if you're serious about improving male performance naturally, don't just chase one mix. Use it as a reminder to build the foundation: sleep, movement, strength, and stress control. Because in the next video, I'm going to show you the most overlooked daily habit that improves circulation and stamina more consistently than most supplements ever will. And once you understand it, you'll never look at quick fixes the same way again.